The graph of the cosine function. Consider the unit circle as we did with the graph of the y equals psi of x. The unit circle at an angle t, the coordinate xy represent the coordinate for the cosine of an angle t and sine of an angle t, which means the x represents the cosine t and the y coordinate represent the sine of t. When we consider the cosine function graph, we look at the first coordinate on the unit circle. 1 square root 3, 1 over square root 3, and so forth. If we look at the first quadrant or in quadrant 1, an angle t, 0, pi over 4, pi over 2, the cosine of the t at 0 is 1, at pi over 4 is 1 over square root 2, which is about 0.7, and the value of the cosine t at pi over 2 is 0. So as you see, the first quadrant from an angle 0 to pi over 2 is the decreasing graph from the value 1 down to the value 0. To sketch the graph of y equals cosine of t, where the t is an angle, we use the 5 key points similar to the way that we consider or use to sketch the graph of y equals sine of t. For the unit circle, at an angle 0, coordinate is 1, 0. At pi over 2, the coordinate is 0, 1. At pi, the coordinate is negative 1, 0. At 3 pi over 2, the coordinate is 0, negative 1. And back to the point 2 pi, which is the same as the point and angle 0. And then we can make a list as an angle t, 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi to finish one cycle of the graph. The cosine of the t at 0, which is the first coordinate, going to be 1, 0, negative 1, 0, and positive 1. So we consider this number as the 5 key points of the y equals cosine t and use it to sketch the graph in a quick way. As you see, the maximum is 1, occurs at 0 and 2 pi angle, and minimum occurs at an angle pi. So the range of the y equals cosine t will be between negative 1 and positive 1, and locate the scale for the horizontal axis as an angle t between from 0 to the next one, which is pi over 2, the pi, the 3 pi over 2, and then 2 pi. Locate 5 key points on the graph. At 0, the height of the graph is 1. At pi over 2, the height is 0. At pi is negative 1. At 3 pi over 2, the value is 0. And at 2 pi, back to 1. And then connect all 5 points with the smooth curve. So right now, we get the sketch of the graph of y equals cosine t. To summarize, the period, amplitude, and range of the cosine function are the same as the sine function, where the period is 2 pi. The amplitude, which is a half of the absolute value of the max minus min, and it comes out to be 1/2 absolute value of 1 minus negative 1, and the value of the amplitude is 1, the same as the value of the amplitude of y equals sine function, and the range is the interval from the lowest function value, which is negative 1, to the highest, which is positive 1.